Alright, I think I'm live. Well, not live. I think I'm recording. Okay, so I'm back. Happiness. Okay, so this, if you're asking why I'm back, my old account got, well, it didn't get deleted. I forgot the password to it, and it held my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, it held everything I ever had, so I'm restarting from ground zero. So anyway, this is Huggy Wuggy from Poppy Playtime versus the Rolling Giant from the Oldest View. And be wary, it does contain flashing lights and unsettling imagery. If you're sensitive to that, just a warning, you know. So I'll try to break this down as best as I can, and let's go. I have too much quality because my fucking phone book will crash. That's pretty good. Pretty good special, well, 3D animations.
Does somebody wanna hug? Don't come looking for a flower inside Playtime's domain, or I will pop a giant like the Macy's parade. Buddy, I'm only getting used, so stop raising the roof. Went from broke to broken to broken into, and now I'm breaking you. Rolling inside a place, you call that a jump scare? How you gonna escalate? You can't make it upstairs. I'm in mid condition, you're nothing but molten wet paper. So keep those hands in the air, embrace your French nature. Listen, Paul Blart, why don't you try out a different diet? You're so pale, they should call you the Iron Deficient Giant. I'll chew you in the food court, make you bite size with teeth like these, and show kids why it's important to eat your grease.
Les pussies on tape.
Alright, okay, the voice. Not really doing it for me, Mr. French boy. I'll break this down.
Does somebody wanna hug? Don't come looking for a flower.
Don't come looking for a flower inside Playtime's domain. The guy who the Rolling Giant is based off of was a botanist and Poppy's Playtime. There's a giant flower in the first chapter where it says follow the flower, go to the flower, and find Poppy, or something like that.
Flower inside Playtime's domain, or I will pop a giant like the Macy's.
Or I will pop a giant like the Macy's Parade. The Rolling Giant makes a few giant jokes here, actually, I think, which I'm fine with. Not really sure what happened at the Macy's Day Parade, but I heard it was like horrifying or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. Educate me, please. Thank you.
Macy's Parade. Buddy, you're mulling getting used.
Buddy, you're mulling getting used. In the Oldest View, the Rolling Giant was an attraction at a mall, and the mall ran out of money or something like that, and it closed down and it got destroyed. And the story, it's a little confusing because why was the mall underground exactly? Because it was destroyed above it.
So stop raising the roof.
Stop raising the roof. His hands are kind of like the Rolling Giant's hands are like that, and so it looks like he's raising the roof. So you stop it.
Went from broke to broken.
Went from broke to broken. The mall went broke, and it was torn down. Broken into. Wyatt, I think is the name of the guy. Broke into private property, found a hole next to a giant tree, botanist, and in that hole was like a long staircase. A few staircases actually, which led to the mall, which was odd. Oh, I'm breaking it. I really like this flow here, by the way. It's really cool.
So stop raising the roof. Went from broke to broken into, and now I'm breaking you.
That's really good. You roll in and stay.
Place you call
You call that a jump scare? That's what the rolling giant does. He's on a, I think it's a dolly or a shopping cart or something. And so he's like on that, and he rolls around and he chases you.
it a jump scare.
How are you gonna escalate?
Escalate?
You can't make it upstairs. Wyatt, one way of escaping the giant was climbing up the escalator, which the rolling giant just kind of turned around and then rolled away until Wyatt started running again. Um, but eventually, he did make it upstairs, which was weird because he didn't do it the first time, but he did it the second time. I don't understand it.
Make it upstairs. I'm in big condition.
I'm in mid condition. You're nothing but mulch and wet paper, saying I have a better design, I was better made, I was actually cared for than they made me. Or I think that's what he's saying.
Mulch and wet paper. So keep those hands.
So keep those hands. Embrace your French nature. Hands in the air because his hands are like that. Uh, Hands in the air also means surrender in some places. And embrace your French nature, a reference to epic rap battles Jacques Cousteau versus Steve Irwin, where they used a similar line. And French people, no offense to anyone French, they're just, it's stereotypical, but they have surrendered a lot. I don't even know if it's stereotypical or not. I'm really sorry.
French nature. Listen, Paul Blart.
Listen, Paul Blart, calling him a mall cop, which he kind of is actually. Why don't you try out a different diet? Saying you, and it makes sense because I use kind of stick size.
When you try out a different diet, you're so pale.
Pale, they should call you
The
Iron Deficient Giant. The Iron Giant, a great, great animated film. I love it. Iron deficiency is when you don't take enough iron through your body, and you just kind of go like pale. Oh, I think you go pale. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry. What does that sound? I'll chew you in the food court. Malls have food courts.
The food court make you bite-sized with teeth like
Bite-sized with teeth like these.
these.
And show kids why it's important
Kids, why it's important
to eat your grains. Botanist and his little fingies are flowers and leaves.
Let's put this on tape, so your learning time. You couldn't corner me anymore, so let's your merchandise. I rolled into your chapters waiting for the scary part. And the biggest horror was the bill put on my credit card. Funny looking toys, soaks the floor with blood. For an experiment, you'll have repeating formulas. I suppose you both evoke some sense of nostalgia, cause you remind me of the 1,000 tricks you copied off of. I know you love attention, but don't make me follow you. I'll get up in your lens and show the world how it dolly suits.
Okay. I don't really like the voice. No offense to whoever's voicing him. I just don't think it fits. I think his voice would be like a little deeper and more threatening, because it doesn't really sound threatening. It's just like hui 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 hui. No offense to the person voicing them. The French is good. The French accent is good, kind of. I can't do a French accent, so I'm not in a place to say. And also, I'm fucking 16, so don't take it to heart. I don't know. It's just I just don't like it.
This on tape, so
Let's put this on tape so you'll learn it.
learning time. You couldn't corner me anymore, so let's your merchandise.
I don't get that one, honestly. I rolled into your chapter,
Rolled into your chapters waiting for
waiting
the
for the scary part, saying you're 3 chapters so far ain't scary. It's dog shit, which I actually think they're pretty good, but the people behind it, not as good.
scary part. And the biggest horror
The biggest horror was the bill put on my credit card. Your games and your merch. Too much money. I think that's what he's saying. I don't fucking know.
the bill put on my credit card. Funny looking
Funny looking toys.
toys, soaks
Soak the floor with blood. It's a it's a whole thing with the horror community. I think it started with Emily Wants to Play, actually, where the doll thing came from in video games. For an experiment, I think they experimented with toys, putting like actual souls in them or some shit. You love repeating formulas. In every Poppy Playtime chapter so far, there's at least one toy chasing me. Catnap, Mommy Longlegs, Huggy Wuggy. Uh, Repeating formulas, you get it. I suppose we both evoke some sense of nostalgia. Malls are nostalgic for some people. What the fuck did I just say? People, because like back in the day, malls were popular as hell. Now they're getting closed down because of online shopping. It's more efficient, apparently. I love going to malls. I've been to like one mall that had J.C. Penney and like all types of other shit, and Spencer's. It was, it was really cool. But a bunch of the shops were like closed down. I was like, what the fuck? What's happening? And then I learned online shopping is fucking it up. So also, like some old toy commercials can be nostalgic. How do you want? Because you remind me of 1,000 trends you copied off of Five Nights at Freddy's, Tattletale, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Baldy. None of these are like Poppy Playtime to me. Except for maybe Bendy, but I don't think it's close. Basically, it's basically unavoidable with indie games. They're going to be compared to another indie game eventually. Horror indie games, that is. So, I don't really see this as a diss. It's more of like it's like a. It wasn't really a jab, more than it was like a gentle nudge. I know you love attention, but don't make me follow you. Mob is. They love attention, basically. They're weird. I'll get up in your lens.
And show
the world how a dolly's nose is on a dolly. Huggy Wuggy wins first round for me. Fucking missing this shit.
You're got salad fingers cause you're holding on to leaves. I saw you decompose before the oldest you release. You spent every birthday rolling in the deep, the loneliest I've seen. You might be the only pinata no one wants to be. Yeah, I could give a tight hug, but it'll be quite rough when I squeeze a life from what's critical dried up. What more can you do? Sitting through your tape is torture enough. You call it experimental, I call it boring as fuck.
Attention to all customers. Our mall staff would like to advise that the giant...
Okay, so I think this is your giant second verse. You're not salad fingers. You're not salad fingers. Salad fingers is another horror thing. Salad fingers because he's green hands.
Salad fingers cause you're holding
on to
leaves. I saw you
decompose
before
the oldest few released. The Rolling Giant is based off of a real French guy who was a botanist, well respected in his field. I saw him decompose before your series released. I saw you decompose before the oldest few released. I know you would. Fucking whatever.
Oldest you release. You spent
every birthday rolling in the deep. Yep. Every 1 year, every year, he just spends rolling around the mall, just doing shit, whatever. I don't know what he's doing.
Deep, the loneliest I've seen.
He might be the only pinata. Again, another reference to how he's made.
Might be the only pinata no one wants to
No one
be.
wants to be. No one wants to be around you. No one wants to touch you. But
Yeah, I could give a
I can give a tight hug. That's what Wuggy was made for. He was made for hugs.
tight hug, but it'll be
He'll be crying.
quite rough when I squeeze a
Squeeze the life
life from Moist
Moist Critical dried up. He looks like Penguin Zero, Charlie, or Moist Critical, whatever you want to fucking call it. He looks like Moist Critical if he was like dry skin, basically.
Critical dried up. What more can
Look, more can you
you
do?
do sitting through your
Sitting through your tape
tape is
is torture enough. One of the tapes is like 40 minutes long. 30 minutes of it is like, I think it's like environmental buildup and stuff like that. I actually really liked it. Like the last 10 minutes of it, sorry, is like a chase scene, which was really well done. Thank you, King, for providing amazing series, by the way. Like, I don't know how you keep doing this shit. He's 18, by the way. He's fucking 18. I'm 16. I still ain't doing shit, my God.
enough. You call
You
it
call it experimental.
experimental.
I call it boring as fuck. Some people view it like that.
boring as fuck.
Attention to all customers. Our mall staff would like to advise that the giant is now on the loose. We advise that you consistently check behind you.
Or else he'll find you. I'll do a favor to this genre by stopping and watch that monster sing. You're the dog that couldn't monitor Jack till the box was dropped and he got to sleep. Don't bother with monolith, wait to honor a button. So next time we're talking puppies, the grave will have them on top of it. Don't run after me when you run out of all your gimmicks. Swap but kissy because you're someone we won't be missing. And with Playtime's internet history, I would zip it. I'll torment you to levels and not even more could mimic. Make the wheels squeak and I'll process you into couch cushions. Watch me turn your security cameras into found footage. Don't ask me what I want, cause I can see it. It'll a dead horse who's constantly beaten.
I really? Fuck, okay. That was really quick.
He'll find you. I'll do a favor
I'll do a favor to this genre.
to this genre by stuff.
By stomping on Washed Up Monsters Inc. He can't really stomp. He's like runs over. He's calling him Washed Up Monsters Inc., which I'm sure you get. Monsters Inc. was a was it Pixar? I think it's Pixar. I don't remember. It's a Pixar movie. I'm gonna say Pixar.
When I watched that monster sing, you're the dog that
You're the doll that couldn't monitor Jack. Don't get that one?
Jack till the
Unless he's talking about like when Huggy Wuggy came out of the TV screen. Till a box was dropped
box was dropped and he got
and you got the slip.
to sleep.
Don't get that. Don't bother a monolith. That's basically what he is. He's a monolith.
Bother a monolith, wait to honor.
Made to honor a botanist. That was basically, yeah, that's what it was. He was a construct made to honor the botanist that he was based off of. Next time we're talking Poppy's Playtime, Poppy, your character in Poppy's Playtime. Your grave will have him on top of it. You'll be dead. I'll kill you.
Don't run after me when you run out of.
Don't run after me when you run out of all your gimmicks. Don't copy my shit. It's basically what it's saying. Stick to whatever the fuck you guys are doing. Walk with Kissy because you're someone you won't be missing. Kissy, Missy, or whatever the fuck their name is, was replacing. That's the word. Was replacing Huggy Wuggy because it's basically female Huggy Wuggy, but kisses instead of hugs, even though they make the same. And with Playtime's internet history, and the exhibit mob, obviously not the most best people to have behind an amazing game series so far. I'll torment you levels and not even mob can mimic. I think, I'm not sure if this is true, in One internet online interaction between Mob and some fucking guy. That guy was like arguing with them for something, and Mob, the company that made Puppy Playtime, said that he should check himself into a psych ward. I don't know if it's true. That's just what I've been hearing. That's what I've heard. Could be true, could not be true. I'll torment you to levels not even they could mimic. An angry mob or a mafia mob or whatever the fuck you got.
Mob could mimic. Make the wheels squeak.
What? Make my wheels squeak. His wheels don't really squeak in the Neil's view. They're kind of clean, especially when it's been down there for years for some reason. And I process you into couch cushions, make stuff and shit. Also, look at him. What's he doing? He's making it upstairs. So I'm taking away that bar from Huggy Wuggy because he's making it upstairs in this fucking scene.
Now process you into couch cushions.
Watch me turn your security
cameras
into found footage. Saying another "I'll kill you" line. And found footage is the type of genre that the Rolling Giant, the oldest view is. It's actually pretty good. I would recommend to go check it out. Cane pencils.
footage. Don't ask me what I
Don't ask me what I want,
want, cause I can
because I can see it.
see it.
Realize a dead horse
Horse who's
who's constantly beaten. So, when Wyatt, when he was about, when he was near the fire exit or whatever, he asked the Rolling Giant, "What do you want?" And there was a flash of light, which showed a dead horse on the ground. It was a, it didn't look similar to anything. It didn't look real. It kind of looked like plastic or poorly 3D rendered, but it didn't look similar to anything in the series. Um, Here lies a dead horse who's constantly beaten. Sorry, beating a dead horse is basically a saying for doing the same thing over and over again and getting no result. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what that means. I don't know. So it's basically saying they're running out of ideas. They're just beating the fuck out of you. They're just milking. I think milking the series. I think that's what he's trying to say. But this was really good. Is that the end?
only beaten.
Yeah. McGuire as Huggy Wuggy and Freshie Canal as Roland Jan. Freshie, I do appreciate that you want to. Dustin, can I call you Dustin? I feel like I would make you uncomfortable, so I'm calling you Freshie. Freshie, I get that you want to voice your characters, and I respect it, but during the second verse was the only time that his voice actually like fit for me. I did like the battle. The bars were okay. Well, they were pretty good actually. They were pretty late. Um, I think I would call this battle a tie, honestly. Um, Huggy took the first round. Rolling Giant took the second. Um, so I don't really have much to say after that, honestly. It was pretty good. I liked it. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll see you guys next time, and bye.